Hey everybody, Ben here. Thanks for being here. Thanks for showing up for yourself each and every day. So if you're here from the short, you already have a backstory. If not, our word is trick. This is probably like the fifth time trying to start this video. Obviously, it doesn't want to come out, but I think it's pretty normalized by now. Regardless, a trick. Somebody is sending something our way. Uh, this can also be self at times. We are creating this illusion in our own mind. But regardless, it all comes back to self, whether somebody is sending something our way or we are doing it on our own. Uh, when something is sent our way, it is intrusive thoughts or an experience that we're going to grab a hold of. And then eventually we would identify with that this is my experience or this is my luck, whatever it is. And we send that energy. And since we are all co creators, where our attention goes, energy flows into this. And it's a ripple effect, or I should say, reflection of our inside experience. And then we continuously experience these things. Our supporting angel number card is clear vision. That goes into you get crystal clarity, discerning, perspective, higher understanding. When we see something, the trick, the illusion, whatever's going on, it is over. It doesn't work anymore. Just like a magic trick. It's fun and exciting while we see it, but once we see uh, how it's done, it is not fun anymore. It's not exciting. It doesn't mean anything. It's over. Same thing, like if somebody's sending something to us and we are grabbing a hold of that and then we create it, in essence. There is a time that we do have to take accountability. If we're making bad decisions and we're having a shitty outcome, well, obviously that is on us. We can't always blame. But when that accountability comes in, say we take too much accountability, too much ownership. I always do voice, if we're doing shadow work, taking accountability. But if we came from a place that we were always blamed for something or it was always our fault, we can take blame, or I should say accountability for everything that's going on. And instead, maybe they would know this as a weakness if they were the one that was always blaming, the manipulative style. And if sending it that way, you could really take ownership of this trick, if we will. We'll dive in here a little deeper. It's pretty clear. Oh, one thing before I did start, I was lighting my cedar, and I noticed that I had like a lot of ash and soot around. Every time I pick up a bundle of something, maybe a little piece falls off and collects. And it was very stressed. It was like I said I should clean this, and it says, well, you should clean it now. So obviously, cleansing, spiritual protection, however we're going about it. If we have these thoughts, cleanse it, clear it out, and if it's still there, well, then maybe it is ours, and we need to take, accountability, deal with it, and navigate it. But if it's on something that's dear to you, that you knew you healed already, and it's coming back around, and it's connected to someone, well, then it's probably being sent in some form. If it is, if it's been so long, like continuous months or even years on like one subject that we just know shouldn't be happening anymore or shouldn't be in existence in our experience, it's probably something that's being sent. And especially if we can work our way out of it and it's coming back around, what is this attached to? uh, Navigating a way to release that, to see clearly and allow the illusion to be over. What else do we have here, Spirit? Two of Pentacles reversed. Instability. Uh, Naturally, this is what somebody on a negative side would want for someone else. A mess, an up and down, a roller coaster, pushing and pulling. When our emotions get attached to certain things, or if we're in a good space, this is also the sign that, hey, I'm fine, and then all of a sudden I'm all the way over here. And then I try to get out of that, and I try to get to this other space, and I'm all the way over this side. It's really a roller coaster. It is all over the place, and we don't have control of ourselves. And granted, things that are happening or thoughts coming in, experiences can really grab a hold of us, and they're normally to grab a hold of something that's important to us, which is going to really throw us around. Getting back to that space of having control of this energy that we have, our emotions, and not giving it what it wants. The Wheel of Fortune, cycles of change. When I was shuffling there, I was hearing like, that's it, like really nothing else needs to be said. It is a pretty clear, straightforward message of saying like, hey, we need to uh, become aware of it to stop it. Like that's the end result. We can change things. We can close this out and be done with it. We often see, I was drawn to look at, when I was shuffling, the opposite of temporary delays. And what I was kind of thinking, or came to me, I should say, uh, all the messages out there like, hey, this is over, you beat it, blah, 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 uh, the spell work or whatever, it's not touching you. And it's like, well, if we still feel like it is, how is it over? How can it just magically go away? Well, it can't until we see something. It's not just going to stop. Sure, it might be tamed down if we have some sort of protection or help from another end, but it's still going to happen, or it's still going to be sent here until we see it. Like I said, it's all in here. It's us. Whether it's being sent to us or we're doing it ourselves, uh, it continues until we see it, because it's getting in there. If somebody's sending something here and I'm having an experience, I'm like, oh, I'm going to lose everything, or oh, all these people are looking at me weird, or whatever it is, I'm going to believe that, and then I'm going to ride that out. That's my new identity. That's my new experience, and then I'm going to dwell on it and then co-create it. So sure, they might be able to tame it down, but it's always going to be there until we see it. And that's that touchy subject when I said about taking ownership. Like, I don't want to tell people that, hey, everything's an attack, because it's not, because we do a lot of stuff in here on our own. But we have to be mindful when that's really coming to knowing ourselves, knowing our situation, feeling energy, and being like, hey, this doesn't add up. Knight of Cups, inspired pursuits, going after these and constantly getting knocked down. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be something huge. It could be something small, like, hey, uh, you looked in the mirror and you thought you were feeling good about yourself, and then all of a sudden you don't, or a little bit later it's taken away. Same thing, like, hey, I got this idea, I want to go towards this little hobby, and how quickly we get knocked out of it, or I'm not good enough, I can't do this, I don't know enough, I can't afford it. Something comes up and it strips that away. Anything to come in and strip away something that started to bring you a little bit of joy. It is a sad story and experience, and it really comes back to a sad, miserable soul. The Emperor, discipline. This is knowing thyself, really knowing you, knowing what you're going towards, and knowing that there's going to be resistance. If this is a common thing that you experience, there's probably, like, you would have experienced it often, and it's like every day's a battle. And at times you may have thought it was with yourself, and it's not. It's other energies, it's people, sadly, that don't want the best for you and want their misery onto you, or just they don't want to deal with it and they're dumping it onto you, and you have to carry it. Um, really knowing the self, and when these things come in, getting rid of them. Last Judgment, self-evaluation. If you don't know yourself, begin to. And no, we're not all rainbows and roses. Like, we all have some insecurities, we all have some wounds, some traumas. We can't just be toxic positivity. This is where that accountability aspect, like, hey, I'm a little insecure about this, so if this pops up, like, let me heal this, instead of saying, oh, it's an attack. Like, this is where that a bit of accountability comes in. And I'm not being mean about it. It is just be honest with ourselves. Let's evaluate ourselves. Let's really get a baseline here and stick to it when things come in, to be able to see clearly. If we can heal it, great. If we just want to work towards healing it, awesome. But We can't just blame everything. We have to take some accountability. King of Wands, creative vision. Run with these. These are when it's probably going to come in the most, especially if we share things. And we may have learned the hard way about something we're excited about or we want to go towards, and how quickly we find out that that was stripped away from us, or we changed our mind, or we didn't feel confident enough to do it, or it was a bad idea, it's impossible, and we will fail. Those impending doom thoughts, even if we're working towards it. Uh, this is all, it's not just even speaking. There's plenty of monitoring spirits, like energy is energy. It has no bounds. It takes a lot of strength. Ten of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, who wants you there? Well, they wouldn't. Anything and everything to, I hear, broke, busted, and disgusted. I like that saying. I don't know who started it, but I enjoy that one. Because it's such a shame that uh, that they want that for people. Why can't everybody win? Why can't we all just be happy and go your own path and do your own thing? But sadly, that's not the case. There's a lot of jealous and envious, and it's just a real bitter, miserable son of a bitch that, uh, male or female, that is just in their own little hole, and they love that. They just fester in that, and it's a shame. But let's get back to here. Get back to here. See who you are, what is true, take some accountability where it's due, and then we can see clearly. We can shut this shit off when it comes through. Do what you want with it, but we stop taking ownership of things that aren't ours, and then we plow forward towards whatever it is that we dream of for life and seeking this place. I'll leave this here. If this resonated, feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will talk to you all later.